What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, y'all? Thank y'all for bearing with me. Let me just tell y'all this. Girl, if you can hear it in my voice, I'm a little under the weather. Okay. Another sinus infection hit me. And I'm so glad I caught it at the beginning and knew what it was. Like it was to listen, because the last time I had one was when I was coming back from Houston. Literally, as soon as I woke up the next day to get on the plane, I felt a little scratchiness in my throat. And then when I finally got home the next day after that, baby, it was full blown practically. So I knew what to expect and all that. But I caught it. I ain't got the scratchiness, okay? The throat, it's a little irritated only because the post nasal drip, okay? And listen, that be the most irritating thing. Like, if you gonna come out the front or the back, baby, just come on out. And then the stuffy nose and everything. And then the main thing that I knew, it was a sinus infection because only one nostril was burning so bad. And I cannot stand when that happened. And it was burning way more than it usually do sometimes, because if y'all don't know, I don't know if it's seasonal sinuses, but I have sinuses issues, right? And at this point, I'm just going to have to suck it up and go ahead and put that appointment in to a specialist, the ear, nose, and throat doctor, and probably get a sinus surgery or whatever. But girl, Tuesday, I went to work. Monday, I was somewhat okay. Tuesday, I get to work, and I was doing practically everything at work because, I like my shirt? Dear Santa. All right, but anyway, somebody gonna be like, oh, somebody that didn't celebrate, don't worry about it. It was cute. I wanted to get it, so let's just do that, okay? It is what it is. I want to be in the festive, feeling or whatever, since I don't feel that well, you know what I'm saying? So let me just make something and do something to make me feel a little bit better, okay? Let me have this, But yeah, I went to work Tuesday, and practically half the people that were supposed to come in did not come in, and we had to wait for other people to come in to help us. And in the meantime, I'm there with somebody that's new, so I'm practically doing everything by myself. And at this point, I don't even mind that, because again, she's new, and then we waiting on somebody else to come. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I say new, she was only there for less than a week, okay? And now y'all putting her in a position of having to be somewhat the person in charge, because she's technically a little step above me in her, whatever position. But I was practically doing everything, and it was a lot. And I just know I was exhausted by the time it was time to go. And I know when I woke up Wednesday, it just wasn't happening. I could barely go to sleep that night, and that's when I should have knew something was going on. I could barely go to sleep, and then when I did go to sleep and I woke up, my body was just like, no, girl, something ain't right, and my nostrils was burning so goddamn bad. Mind you, the weather has been going up and down, up and down. Like, last week it was cold, now it's warm outside. And that's another thing that be playing on my stuff, right? So then I practically, like, the middle of Wednesday, that's when my nostrils it just came in full force. Throat was irritated, nostrils, all that stuff. My doctor told me just to go ahead and get the, nasal rinse and all that. And I was so glad, because I had to talk to my sister. I was like, girl, are you sure? I mean, I know the doctor say do this or whatever, but she was like, yeah, girl, go ahead and get it. And so I finally got that yesterday, because yesterday I was really out of it. And then it was so much pressure on my left side and all right here. Thank God the pressure is gone. And she said, get you some ibuprofens to, combat the inflammation that's going on in your nose and all that stuff. I said, you know what? You right. Girl, sure enough, it's doing a little something. I don't know why I never really did nasal rinses. Maybe because I was a little bit paranoid or whatever. But I did a little rinse and all that stuff for the past couple of days, yesterday and today. And so far, my nose still stopped up, but it's not unbearable like it was at the beginning. But, bear with me. It just takes me out all the time. I don't get colds. I don't get the flu. I don't get nothing else. But one thing I'm going to get is a sinus infection. That's just what it is. But, yeah, y'all, bear with me. And this, what it is, I don't even know how it's going to go. I really don't have that much to talk about. And when I say I don't have that much to talk about, I don't. And I'm just trying to push forward because I am a little tired. But hey, it is what it is. I did not want to leave y'all hanging. It is Christmas coming. I hope you guys are, you know, in a festive mood. I've been seeing a lot of people just saying that they not really feeling Christmassy or whatever. Okay, you know, that's fine. I'm not at the moment either because, you know, don't really feel well. So I'm going to bed after this, after I finish doing a couple of videos. And, you know, I hope everybody just, you know, somewhat do something to make them happy. I woke up today and I get on, not Instagram, but Twitter. Mind you, it started last night. And this is how I know I really wasn't feeling well. Because, y'all, I went to sleep early last night. I went to sleep before 9 o'clock. I went to sleep before 9 o'clock. I said, oh, yes, bitch. Go ahead and get that rest in. Because I have not been going to sleep on time. But anyway, before I went to sleep, you know, they have put up clips or whatever of Simone Biles and her husband, Jonathan Owens. And, you know, doing this podcast with them dudes that, you know, the one that got an issue with Russell Wilson for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying, just because he feel like he's soft and all that stuff. Okay, whatever. So they both was on the podcast, and I'm going to be real with you. I've never, before, I'm not into sports like that, okay? The main sports people, like in basketball, probably a couple in football, I would know. So when Jonathan Owens came through, I never knew who he was. I didn't know who he was until he got with Simone Biles, right? And so my whole thing is this. People are going in, and I just don't understand, why are y'all so concerned about this person's relationship, about this young couple's relationship? Because on the, I guess I didn't even look at the whole clip. I was just so tired of seeing all of the think pieces and so many, oh, this is a red flag, this is this, and, you know, don't get with somebody that don't make more than, less than you, that makes less than you, and, you know, oh, it's the ego thing. And y'all know I'm usually one to probably be like, okay, I see where you're coming from, but I'm looking at the stuff and I'm like, that's not even, it ain't even that deep. Y'all getting upset, they making think pieces because he said that, from what I'm gathering, basically that he didn't know who Simone Biles was because he wasn't into the gymnastics stuff or whatever. Why is it so hard to believe that he probably didn't know who she was? I swear, if I was to be walking around and she was to walk past, I wouldn't know who she was either. Meaning that, you know, not saying that I don't know who Simone Biles is, but if she was to walk past me, I wouldn't know that that was her because I wouldn't be expecting it or whatever. But at the same time, we may know because we're into the sports or whatever. You do know that some people don't even be checking up on a lot of things. Just like somebody can be like, how you don't know who Tom Brady is? How you don't know who Terrell Owens is? How you don't know who Chad Okosinko is? How you don't know who this person is? They've been doing this, doing that, doing that. I don't know. It's the same way how people be like, I feel when somebody mention like a popular, I guess, Chicago rapper that's popular now or whatever. And they'll be like, so I don't know them. Just because I'm from Chicago don't mean that I know them. I never heard anything about them. Don't know where they from. Never heard one song from them. Oh, you had to have. No, I don't. If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't know who the hell a Lil Jerk was or G Herbo. And to this day, I have never listened to any of their music and don't even know which song is which, okay, if I have. All right, so it is a possibility that this guy did not know who Simone Biles was in that sense. And even if he's lying, why are y'all so upset to the point that y'all making think pieces and thinking that this woman is going to agree with y'all, especially on the internet? She's out here defending her man, okay? She's liking posts or tweets or whatever, basically in defense of their relationship. You know, I don't feel like it's right that she got to be up on here fighting for her life. And people are so heavily invested and thinking so deeply into it. And then because he said, because I'm the catch, I'm the catch. Okay, maybe he do feel like he the catch. It's okay for a man to feel like he a catch. It's okay for a woman. If a woman can feel like she's a catch, men can't feel like they're a catch too. Like, I think y'all just doing a little bit too much, and I don't think it was really that serious. I'm going to go back and watch the whole thing, and 9 out of 10, I'm going to still feel the same way. Because at the end of the day, they are together. They are in love, and whatever is going on with them is working for them, and she does not feel the same way that y'all feel on the negative side. So putting all your little think pieces out and saying, oh, this is a red flag, and oh, she needs to, and I seen people saying, oh, she needs to just go ahead and divorce him and get rid of him, and, you know, because he thinking that he the catch, and, oh, you know, beware of men that try to humble black women and all this stuff. I'm like, where did y'all get all this from? Granted, we've seen situations where that actually does apply, but I'm not necessarily sure that that applies here. And getting upset that she's not coming out and acting the way that you want, like she's really finna go against her man on the internet for y'all. Oh, come on. It's Christmas. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this, okay? I just don't understand. And I know it's still going to be some people that's going to disagree with what I said, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, mind your business. I mean, I can't really say mind your business because I'm finna be up in people's business and reporting stuff or whatever. But at the same time, what I mean, like, it's not that deep. Okay? It's not that deep that we need to write think pieces on another person's relationship. Like a fresh relationship. Like they just got married. They just got married. Let them stay in their little bliss. And this ain't the first time that they done said this. This is not the first time that this has been put out there. And I feel like people have been forgetting that. Like, y'all just pick and choose when y'all want to be mad. Hold on a second. But anyway, moving on from that. Taraji P. Henson and the Color Purple situation. I'm going to just say, again, it's really weird how people associate other people with things. If you don't know, the Color Purple movie, which is the remake, or no, the Broadway musical version of the Color Purple, it is going to be released on Christmas, which is this Monday. I said, that is so weird. The fact that Christmas is on Monday, that's one. But then the movie coming out, baby, I wish we would have made the movie come out this week. Oh my God, we ain't got nothing to do. Everybody off, or half of everybody off. You know what I'm saying? Let us go to the movie then, because then we gotta go back to work on Tuesday. I hate that. I gotta go back to work on Tuesday. But anyway, so you got that, and then you know, they're doing the press run, press tour, and all of that. It's just everywhere, which I love. And of course, you can't do something without a bit of controversy. And I wouldn't even call it controversy. It became controversial because people want to throw Oprah up in there and put Oprah as the villain. Mind you, let me put this out here. I've met Oprah before. She was nice to me. But at the same time, I'm not blind to certain things. And I'm not the biggest fan. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm the type of person that can call a person out when they need to call them out. And I can give them props when they need to get props. In this situation, I just don't understand why is she being put up in here the way that she's being put up in here. And it's like y'all want Taraji to be pissed off at Oprah, and y'all want her to come out and to say you blame Oprah for this and all this stuff, and she's the one that, you know, because she's this billionaire, and how come she couldn't give her this and give her that and make it this, and oh, you up here trying to underpay her and all this stuff, and you sitting here with all this money and woo, woo, woo. And my whole thing is, how you know that? I just feel like people just making assumptions because people are still in their feelings because of what Monique said about Oprah. So let's put that, and then we're still talking about gender and wage discrepancies and inequality. And so let's throw Oprah up in the mix or whatever. But when you put that out there and try to connect it and say, oh, you know, you can see Taraji's energy is off when it comes to Oprah, and you can see this in this video and all this stuff, and then Taraji comes out and say, that ain't even the case. Oprah was the one that made me feel heard. Oprah been on my side. I'm thankful for Oprah. And then when she says that, oh, the people still can't take that. They got to say, oh, she just saying that because they don't want the same thing that happened with Monique to happen again. Or, you know, she being forced to say that. How was she being, or you know, they went on ahead and did the project, because this is what a person literally just said to me. They went on ahead and did the project, her and Fantasia, to sacrifice. So you do a project and you claim to be underpaid and you're doing it as a sacrifice, but then you come out doing that press run and cry about and call out the wage discrepancies and all that stuff, that don't make sense, okay? That doesn't make sense. Sometimes we got to take things for what it is, and if a person says that they have no issue with a certain person that you want them to have issues with, just let that be. Just let that be. Oprah been the villain in a lot of things. And if Taraji say Oprah ain't her villain right now, let that be, okay? We not dumb to stuff, but if Taraji feel like that's not her villain, then that's not her villain. All right, she got up there on that interview, I think with Gayle King, and she told her good girlfriend. She literally broke that shit down in front of Oprah's girlfriend. I ain't talking about girlfriend like that, I'm talking about friend, you know what I'm saying? She told her that. Like, girl, I'm so tired of doing all this stuff and not getting the respect that I deserve, in the sense that I am not getting the fair pay. The fair pay, and it's frustrating. And she broke down crying about it. And she was so impassioned about it, you know? And I'm just sitting here like, you know, you got people want to throw out there, oh, Monique was trying to say this and all this stuff, but y'all wasn't trying to hear it and all that. How come y'all can take it when Taraji said it, but when Monique put it out there? Do y'all understand that when Monique was going through the stuff that she was going through and she was saying things, Monique was not the best messenger at the time, and people agreed with her with what she was saying on that point, but Monique had a whole bunch of other stuff that was going on that did not mesh well with a lot of people in the public opinion, okay? And that's why people really weren't trying to hear Monique on certain points. They heard her on that point. That was one of the main points that they did agree with her on, because how come certain people get more money than other people? You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. We get that. But at the same time, let's not sit here and act like Monique was the first one who made this charge, who put this out here, whatever. We're not taking nothing from Monique because she did put it out there. We're not taking nothing from Taraji because Taraji been saying this as well. But Black actresses as a whole has been saying this throughout the years, throughout the decade, okay? Like, for so many years, Black actresses have been coming out and talking about the gender inequality, the wage inequality and everything. And not only have it been Black actresses, it's been white actresses as well. Because unfortunately, you have white men that makes more than everybody, then you possibly have a Black man that could make something, but no, necessarily I would probably put a white woman next to that white man that'll probably make a little bit less than that white man, and then you got the Black man, and then you got the Black actress. That's just how it goes. We at the bottom of the totem pole, but we done seen people come out, the white actresses come out talking about the gender inequality, the wage inequality and all that stuff. And then it's worse for people of color. Women of color, especially Black women. We never get respect. And that is not just happening in, you know, the Hollywood. That's happening in just about every industry that there is in the world. Every career field that there is. It's always been this gap. It's always been this situation about, you know, not having fair wages. It's always been there. And, you know, it's unfortunate though. And it shouldn't even matter about who put it out there. It's the fact that it still has to be out there. It still has to be addressed. It's still being talked about because nothing has really changed. Taraji should not have to get up during her press run for a movie that looks like it's going to be so great. And it's about Black people, featuring Black people. And to cry about the fact that she almost quit acting because it's unfair. She can barely get what she deserves. I remember when she came out years ago talking about, you know, the Benjamin Button situation. That moment right there when she said that, and then when we finally saw, when she said how much she got compared to everybody else, people on that freaking movie was making millions of dollars, and she only got $150,000. And if you ask me, she was the best part in the whole movie. She was the best part in the whole movie. Like, I just don't understand it. And I mean, if you gonna pay less, let's say Brad Pitt got $10,000. Let's say somebody else got $8,000 or $8 million or whatever. Brad Pitt got $10 million, and somebody else get $8 million. How come she had to get $150,000? How come you couldn't at least go to $6 million? You couldn't give her a couple of million, even though that's still low balling as hell? That's messed up. And yes, this is what Monique was talking about, especially when it came to that Netflix situation. Nobody disagreed with her on that. It was just so much other stuff that was going on with Monique that people really wasn't trying to hear certain things that she was saying. And they were saying, literally, this is what people were saying. Right message, wrong messenger. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Taraji is right. Monique is right. Every other actress, black actress especially, who came out and said something about that, they are 100% correct. And we don't even need to debate and go back and forth and to check the numbers. We instantly know that. It's just racism, sexism, all of that. You know, we know what it is. And it's been going on since the beginning of time, since this whole industry that came about. We seen it. We always get less and we always go down to the bottom. And it's so unfortunate. Viola Davis been talking about it. So many actresses have talked about it. And it's like you compare Viola Davis and say she's the black Meryl Streep, but yeah, you don't pay her like that. She talked about that too, you know? And it's unfortunate and it makes me sick. It makes me sick that Taraji had to get up there and cry about this. And you can see the frustration. You can see the pain. You can see the hurt. And I guess for some, it puts it in the reason why some people are so shocked. It's like putting in perspective, like, I think for some, they just have this perception that once you get into a certain industry, let's say the music business, the entertainment field of acting or whatever, sports, that you automatically, well, we ain't even gonna say sports because sports, they get their contracts. It's a little bit different. Music, we gonna say music and acting. You sign a contract or you sign on to do a project, especially like in acting, but you also have to remember, and especially how people go bankrupt and how people, or have to file for bankruptcy, or people who go broke after a few years. You know what I'm saying? One, you have to budget your money right. Two, you get paid a lump sum of this or you get paid a certain amount of this or whatever. But at the end of the day, you have to remember you're not just getting all of that. You got taxes that has to be taken out. If you have a team, you have to pay that team. You have an agent, you have to pay that agent. You have to pay the managers. You have to pay everybody around you before you get what's left over to you. And then you can't even spend it on just, you know, frivolous things because you got to pay your bills. You got to make sure you have a home to stay in. You know, you have to make sure you have food and clothing on your back. And then whatever's left from that is probably nothing. That's why we have the writer's strike going on. That's why they had the actor strike going on. Because people are not making money like they supposed to. Or one would suspect them to. They're not, and that's why they're fighting for stuff like this. But again, it's women, black women, that's coming up saying this. And you want to know what's really messing it up? And I hate to put it out here. It just feel like nothing's going to change until, and I hate it. I hate that I have to say this. Like, until somebody that's not a black person, that's not a person of color, comes out and agree and put up a fight or whatever for us. Because, you know, they don't give a damn about black people as it is. And damn sure don't give a damn about black women. And that's just what it is. And when it comes to the Oprah situation, we ain't finna be blind about the fact that Oprah has done some funny shit, you know, that make you go, girl, what? But at the end of the day, if that lady said that Oprah made her feel heard, you know, Oprah, I feel as though when she said that, it was at one point that her and I think Fantasia probably was thinking about not doing the film either for The Color Purple. Oprah probably stepped in and took care of that, because I don't feel like, given how Taraji said what she said and she broke down, Taraji wouldn't have did this damn movie if it wasn't worth it and if nobody would have came in. I mean, yeah, she probably needed the money, but I feel like she got her morals about her at this point, and that's why she just like, fuck it. I'm finna put it all out there. And I'm so glad she did. And if it comes out that Oprah did have something to do with it, then we'll take care of it when it happened. But at this point in time, Taraji said Oprah was the one that made her feel heard. This ain't about Oprah. Oprah and her are good. And that's what I'm going to go by her word. I'm not finna reach into it. I'm not finna make assumptions, okay? Because there's been a lot of assumptions that's been going on. Case in point. Somebody said, Ashley, you going to talk about this T.D. Jakes thing? No. No. And you want to know why? I saw that TikTok. And that's literally where the information is coming from. A TikTok, okay? It is coming from a woman who played a video of somebody speaking on it that didn't offer no proof, but just made allegations. Those are dangerous allegations. Baby, I just say this. When it finally hit Twitter, baby, Twitter shut down. I don't know if it had anything to do with it, but baby, when it caught on fire. Man, people was going in. The jokes was funny. I ain't even gonna lie. The jokes was funny. But at the end of the day, it's unsubstantiated. There's no proof. It's going off. All of this is coming about because some woman put a TikTok up. Yes, there has been some things that have been proven and stuff has been backed up about how shady that family can be and is, especially with his daughter Cora and taking that lady baby, you know, and saying that they got some involvement with the shade room or whatever. That is, yeah, okay, we can talk on that, and we spoke on that before. But this right here, talking about T.D. Jakes and Diddy, baby, I don't know shit about that, okay? And then the whole thing about Cassie having Kim Porter's burner phone, who told you that? Where are y'all getting this information from? Like, I'm not finna go into that, and I'm not finna, like, there's no proof, so I'm not gonna talk about it. Moving on from that. And speaking of Cassie, her friend came out and said, yeah, I didn't see that motherfucker do stuff to Diddy. It's just not looking good for Diddy at this point. It's just not looking good for Diddy. And you want to know who else is not looking good for? It's not looking good for Vin Diesel. I said, damn, Vin Diesel getting caught up in the mess. Like, at this point, it'd be more easier to do a process of elimination of who don't have an allegation against them, okay? They said Vin Diesel, he's been accused of sexual battery by a former assistant. Her name is Asta Jonansson, girl, whatever. She works in the film and TV industry, and she alleged that he groped her, forcibly kissed her, and masturbated in front of her in his hotel room in Atlanta in 2010. She claimed that the assault allegedly took place just over a week after he and his production company hired her to work on Fast 5. Okay, mind you, I have yet to fully look at the last Fast and the Furious. I had watched half of it, and I just couldn't get into it. I don't know. I'll probably try again later, but I don't know. She said that she accused his production company of firing her the next day in retaliation for resisting his advances. And, you know, that his sister got something to do with it, too, who was a producer. Listed as co-defendants and accused of retaliation for wrongful termination and negligent supervision and retention. And let me tell you this. If she can prove this, oh, he done for. Because one thing about it, I ain't going to say he done for, but he going to get something. But at the end of the day, outside of the Fast and the Furious movie, who is looking for Vin Diesel to do anything else? I mean, he had a couple of movies that kind of did okay. You know, he did Triple X. That was cute, but it was practically the same as Fast and the Furious, but with no cars. He was just a muscle head. You know what I'm saying? He was I'm finna be trash. You know what I'm saying? And then he did the little kid movie or whatever. Was it that movie? And I can't really think about anything else that he did that was actually, like, nobody is looking for Vin Diesel to be in a movie these days. I don't think, you know? And so the only thing that he really has right about now is these Fast and Furious movies. And so at this point, it's like, the fact that she putting her name out there, the fact that, you know, she naming names and all of this, I'm prone to believe it. I'm prone to believe it. Okay? Especially when they put their name out there. They know how people be these days and, you know, just want to come at you and, oh, you lying this and I know where you from. La, 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 la. Yeah, put the name out there and she did what she had to do. And I feel like it happened. It happened. Of course they're going to come out and say that it didn't, but, you know, I believe it. I believe it. It's so much stuff that's been going on, and I feel like people are just now waking their eyes up to a lot of the things that's been happening in this industry, and the fact that that's why I don't understand how people be really wanting to be involved in the industries and stuff, because it's so much that people have to go through. And at one point I feel like people only thought that, you know, like women have to deal with getting sexually harassed or almost R-word or sexually assaulted or whatever in the music industry and the entertainment industry as a whole. But no, it'd be men, it'd be kids and everything. And I feel like the kids are the worst ones. I watched some documentary or whatever that was talking about child stars, and it went all the way back to when movies and TV shows, or most of the movies before the TV shows, were in black and white, and how those child stars were getting taken advantage of, were getting sexually molested, were being forced to do a whole bunch of other stuff and everything. And it was just disgusting to me, and it made my heart hurt. Because one thing that I don't play about is people messing with kids. I don't like when people mess with the elderly, and I don't like when people mess with kids. In my opinion, those are the two most innocent peoples, because one, the elderly, they probably at the end of their life, and you want to take advantage of that situation. And then you got kids who really can't fight for themselves, you know, and you manipulating them to do this and to do that, you know, and taking advantage of them. And you wonder why you see these child stars that's coming through and they're so messed up these days, okay, as adults, you know. And then you got other people, you know, women in the casting couch and all of this stuff that's been going on, and, you know, people just exerting their power and their status and just using it for evil. Using it for evil and thinking that it would never come out. Baby, y'all heard about the Jeffrey Epstein? The list of his people that were on his list? Oh, bitch. They said they finna release that on January 1st. That is one thing that I hope they put out to the public, okay? Because I honestly want to see it. I want to see who owned that bitch. And you heard about how it was like probably like a couple of people or 8 people that was trying to make it so that their name won't be put out there. No, put them out there. Put them out there so we can act accordingly and we can judge accordingly, because that whole situation was just so ill. Ill. Okay? But moving on from that, Vin Diesel, buddy boy, get your lawyer ready. And speaking of Christian Keys, I'm going to say this. The way that this situation has been handled on both sides, and what I'm talking about both sides, I'm talking about Christian and the public. It's been very interesting, and I'm kind of disappointed. Because I've always been in the belief of letting a victim or an alleged victim of sexual assault, R-wording, or anything of that matter, essay, all that, let them tell their story in their time in the way that they want to. I've never been in the belief of trying to force somebody to say something, trying to hurry somebody to say something just to satisfy other people's curiosity. I've never been in that belief. Because if you've never been in a situation of being sexually assaulted or worse, you don't know or understand the trauma that goes through it. And what I'm saying this is because Christian Keys came out earlier this week or at the end of last week, I can't remember. But he came out, did a live, and basically said that it's somebody that's in Hollywood that he's worked with for a few years or whatever. Did a lot of things with. Powerful person. billionaire, a man, and they basically sexually harassed him, sexually assaulted him, offered him $100,000 to, you know, take his clothes off and do nothing or whatever. And he refused that. Said at one point, the person had a party at his home. He got drunk. He allowed him to go sleep it off for the moment before he went home in one of his guest rooms. And then he woke up to this man trying to get in bed with him. And this man was allegedly groping him and grabbed his penis. Okay. He said that this is the type of person that made him sign NDAs, but the NDA is null and void when it comes to criminal activity. So yes, he does have a case if he wants to do that. He also said that this person doesn't allow, you know, people don't allow phones around. And he said so he keeps certain devices like a pen that has like a microphone in it or whatever, or a recording device in it, thumb drives and other small things that he can keep on him and record things because of the way things have been since he came to the industry. He's been doing that since 2005, okay? And so when people heard the word billionaire and said that they work with this person many a times and he has it on recording, he said he deliberately let that Adult Survivor Act expire so that so that you know that it's not about money. He's not doing this for any money. He wants to take it to the police station, the evidence and all of that. I don't know if he has yet, but that's what he was saying in that live. He also said that if we were to hear his voice, the person on the tape, because he has those evidence, according to him, that we would know exactly who it is because they have a distinct voice. And then on other things, he said that once you find out who it is, it'll break your heart because it's somebody that is so beloved and you wouldn't think that they would do something like this. Here's my thing. You have people that keep on saying, well, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? If you're not going to tell the whole thing, then don't say nothing and all this stuff. If you're not going to name a name, don't say nothing. There's so many people saying that. And you want to know which one person I just don't understand? Bobby Lights. All of a sudden, Bobby Lights is getting up in this thing and he's making post after post after post. And you want to call him a clout chaser, but Bobby, you clout chasing off of this situation. Because why is this bothering you so bad? The way that Bobby Lights is going about this and coming at Christian Keys' throat, it's as if he tried to throw a pass at Christian Keys and he told him no and he and his feelings about it. That's how he doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my time to get back at him. That's how it comes off as. And I need him to calm down because it's not a good look. And I'm just going to say this. Everybody's saying, well, hurry up and say who it is, or why don't you just say who it is, or don't put nothing out there without saying. It's not a good look for you to say that. It's making me look at a lot of people really, really differently and funny because it's like, who are you to tell somebody when and how to go about putting out their story? Yes, I can understand that, yeah, it looks a little funny when you do it this way or that way. But at the same time, you don't understand in this day and age how it is to deal with trauma and how people deal with certain situations in their own time and their own way. I'm never going to question the reason why a person will put out something like this and not name a name. He don't have to. And I need people to understand and to admit to themselves that most of y'all, not all of y'all, most of y'all only want him to go ahead and put out a name because it's not because, as people saying, it's messed up that he putting this out here, because if it's not this person, then you got people that's getting hit with strays or whatever and their reputation getting messed up or whatever and all this stuff. No, it ain't. That's not why y'all concerned. You're concerned and you want him to hurry up and put it out there so that you can gossip about it. so you can kiki about it. You don't really care about the fact that this happened. You just want to gossip about it. You just want to be nosy. You don't give a damn that he was sexually assaulted, according to him. Because if you did, you wouldn't be up here getting in your feelings as if it happened to you. As if it was affecting you. Because it's not. At this current moment, it's not. Whether he say the name or not, you're going to be A-okay. You're going to be A-okay. You're just nosy. And I understand, again, I can understand how it may seem as if he possibly was doing it for attention. But given how I've seen him work, he's not doing this for attention. That man been abused all his life. This is a trauma response. Okay? And he also recently dealt with a death, because last time I seen him on live, he was crying about a death, you know? So he's going through a whole bunch. Some people just need to have patience. Okay? And at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure that we all know who it is, and then they keep on saying, oh, well, you know, they throwing this person name up there, but he exempt him because he liked this tweet. And he said, no, I didn't say nobody was exempt. And he said that y'all been saying the name, commenting the name all this time. Now, maybe he doing this for a reason to get the person shook or whatever. I don't know what the reason is. And I'm not concerned like that of him just, I don't care if he even comes out and say who it is. And this is the reason why people do not want to come out with their stories and say anything, because they feel judged. And especially when it comes to men who get sexually assaulted. They get judged. I seen somebody say, man, I don't believe this because you as a man, you mean to tell me you ain't fight him, you ain't do this and you ain't do that, you let that happen. Do y'all understand how power and money works and how you can get blackballed in the industry and all this stuff? That's why people stay quiet on things, because they still have to think about their livelihood. Most people that have nothing to lose or they have things figured out, that's when they come out and that's when they name things, they name names and all that stuff. And for Christian Keys, do I think it's about money? No. Do I think this is a way for him to work out his trauma? Yes. Do I understand how people saying, okay, well, you should have just put, I get it, but at the same time, I'm not going to judge him for not putting out the name, and I'm not going to say he needs to go ahead and hurry up and do this. That's very insensitive. That's very, regardless of how you may feel, you can disagree with me all you want, but that's very insensitive. Okay? And especially given the fact that most of y'all just want to be in the know because this is a man doing this to another man. And y'all just want confirmation of what y'all thought about a certain person and say, oh, yes, see, I told you this person was this and this person was that. That's what it is for some of y'all. And I need y'all to be real with yourself and just admit that. It's okay. I get it. I stand with Christian. If he don't ever put it out there, he ain't got to. Now, Christian, I'm going to tell you this, though. You don't need to keep on commenting on shit. Okay? You don't need to keep on rebutting or you know, giving this and giving that. Put your story out there. Whenever you're ready to release everything else, you do that. But when you trying to come back and rebut what people are saying, you ain't got to do that. Pay it no mind. That's all I had an issue with. Moving on from that. And again, I know it's going to be people that's not going to agree, but, you know, it's still going to be people. Well, why would you put it out there if you're not going to say nothing? And then you messing up people's reputation and all this stuff. Girl, please, because y'all the same ones that was saying and been saying that certain people that have been named are Rainbow Family, okay? Come on, let's stop it. Y'all couldn't believe... Baby, let's say it's Tyler Perry, because that's what it was. And at the end of the day, that's what a lot of people been saying. Y'all been saying that that man is gay for the whole, for ever since he came out into the industry. That's what y'all want. Y'all just want confirmation, okay? Oh, I ain't never seen him with no woman, even though I have, and I've seen him with his ex, you know, the mother of his child and all that stuff and everything or whatever. But And I will say this, he do be taking phones. Anyway, but that ain't got nothing to do with it. Y'all just really want to know if it's confirmation that this man is gay or not. And if it is, who gives a fuck what his sexuality is? What y'all gonna do about it when the person is revealed and they did this and you hear it? Are you gonna still be like, no, he couldn't have did this, and all of a sudden, like, girl, come on, let's be real. Anyway, moving on from that. George Santos. Oh, I've been drinking nothing but water. Girl, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. George Santos. Every morning, he's out there. I don't know. I think he has a mental issue or whatever. But he be running his ass out there every morning, get to wherever he needs to go, and then he comes back. Whatever. You do you. He be so happy, though. Anyway, George Santos. I know some people are... I don't know. I just feel weird about this. The fact that he's been rewarded with all these interviews and recognition. Now, I seen the banter about Z-Way, and I love me some Z-Way, and I'm so mad that her show was canceled. It was everything. And I love the way that she be calling people out. She make them feel comfortable enough, and she calls them out. The way that she do her interviews and everything. Okay, she don't sugarcoat it or nothing. But at the same time, I saw that she was gonna have George Santos on her show, and I saw that she did have him on her little show that's on YouTube. I didn't watch it. I know it has over 1 million views. It popped up in my recommendation, and I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to watch it because I just feel like this is giving George Santos exactly what he wants. And if y'all don't know who George Santos is, for those that don't remember, this is the guy that recently just got expelled from Congress because he lied so much about his background, who he is, and he was stealing campaign funds, okay? And this man is this man is a con artist, okay? Let's just make it plain and clear. He's a con artist, all right? And he's being rewarded at this point. He got onto a platform and he knew that people wanted to see him, and so therefore you get on this black woman's platform, and I don't care if she ripped him to shreds, he still is getting the attention that he wants. And I'm not finna I'm not finna watch that. Love me some Z-Way, but that's one interview that I can go without. He needs to just go away. Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors got found guilty. Now, let me just tell you this. This is a mess. When I found out that that man was up in there reading the Bible, I'll go pick that up tomorrow. Oh, excuse me. He was in there reading the Bible when Grace got up on the stand and she was giving her little testimony or whatever. I said, who does that? You literally have somebody that is accusing you of abuse, and you are not taking it seriously. That's what you show in the court, because you're not taking this seriously. So you gonna sit there and open up the Bible. I don't care if it's the Bible or whatever it was. You're not supposed to do no stuff like that. And you really thought that you weren't gonna be found guilty on something? Listen, I don't feel bad for Jonathan Majors being found guilty. And if you ask me, he got found guilty on the lesser charges. They said he found guilty on assault in the 3rd degree with intent to cause physical harm. He was not guilty on that. That means that he did not willingly assault that lady, and he wasn't trying to cause her harm on purpose. That's why he was found not guilty. He was found guilty in the 3rd degree, recklessly causing physical injury. Meaning, they got to something, it wasn't his intention to cause her harm, but harm did happen. And I guess that's when she messed her finger up when they was getting in the car and all that stuff or whatever. He was found not guilty of aggravated harassment in the 2nd degree, but was found guilty of harassment in the 2nd degree. Baby, what? So basically, he can be facing up to a year in jail or something like that. Do I believe he's going to go to jail? No. But at the same time, regardless of the fact that even if it was the intent, not the intent to harm, and it happened or whatever, it's just been so much stuff that has been coming out against him. Unfortunately for him, it's been so much that's been coming out against him. So many other people who've been saying things negatively about him that we probably never would have known had this case not come up, this situation not come up. And, you know, it is what it is. You do what you got to take the consequences, okay? That's just what it is, all right? And I know people keep on saying that's what you get for messing around with a white woman. But, and honestly, that's what he get for just being with somebody that you claim you still got you knew the girl had a drinking problem. Why are you still with her? Especially if you were concerned about your image and all of that stuff. Like, it's hard for me to feel bad for him. It really is. I do feel like, given the charges that he found guilty of, whatever, the fact that they just dropped him from everything, like Marvel dropped him from this, Marvel dropped him, I think he was about to have a movie. I still haven't seen Ant-Man 3 with him in there. He was about to get his own spinoff movie. They said no. They fired him and all that stuff. And honestly, do I think there have been people in the industry that have done way worse and gotten less attention about it? Yes. Yes. Okay? But again, what plays a part in it is this is a black man who did this to a white woman. Okay? A damsel in distress. And his own words, his own, you know, text messages and stuff from other situations and other instances that happened, you know, I do believe and do feel that they were boxing each other at one point, and that's how their relationship really was. I do feel that way, okay? And it just caught up to him. That's just what it was. Especially when she gets drunk. Like, you try to make her out to be this drunk, right? And sometimes when people get drunk, you just don't know what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? And so, hey, it is what it is. Do I think he can come back from this? I do. I do. If he shows remorse, that they want him to show remorse, if he understands what he did wrong or how people are looking at it, if he don't go the Jussie Smollett route, he'll definitely be back in a couple of years or so. Give him like a couple of years. Give him like 3 at the max. You know, do I feel like his career is going to be over with completely? No. I feel like he has a fighting chance. He needs to go back and he needs to think about the stuff that he did in that courtroom too. Baby, they said Megan and him was up there crying when they was reading doing the closing statement. What are you crying for? Because you knew that. Let me tell you something. And I'm telling you this, Jonathan, when your lawyer put them text messages out at the beginning of this whole situation, I'm not talking about the ones that came out recently from that other incident. I'm talking about the one concerning the one that you on trial for now, or that you was on trial for now. You should have fired the lawyer then. Mind you, all it took was a quick Google search for me to find out just about all other people that she has defended, especially the high-profile people. They all been found guilty. Granted, she's a defense attorney, and 9 out of 10, with the defense, they know that, most of them know that they're people probably guilty, okay? But they have to put that benefit of the doubt out there and to convince the jury and the court that, I mean, it's a possibility that, you know, they could be guilty or whatever. She can't do that. Just about everybody has been charged and been found guilty. The most recent one outside of Jonathan was Jen Shaw. Girl, she had to go ahead and put that guilty plea in because we knew that, I said, girl, this the same lawyer that said, fuck that, bitch. Go ahead and plead guilty so you can take your ass to jail. I don't feel bad for that man. I don't. Especially, you know, if I did feel bad for him, it went away. I'm going to be real with y'all. Y'all, people can feel how they want to. But it went, the feeling of feeling bad for him went away when he popped up with Megan Good. I still want to know who he was texting. And I know people saying, was it Megan Good that he was texting that she was getting pissed off about or whatever? I don't know. Probably not. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, it just felt very, let me appeal to my black people, especially my black women, by getting with a black woman. When that's just not what it really was. After, like, come on. And then to get with an actress who's on a successful TV show at this point. Like, Harlem just got renewed for season 3. Now, listen, Megan, you may got me confused with this whole situation that you got going on with Jonathan. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I'm not trying to find out either. I'm confused, but you ain't got to tell me shit. I'm still going to watch Harlem season 3, okay? You know, it's a good show. They took Run the World away. Baby, I can't give up Harlem right about now, okay? But, yeah, that whole thing is interesting. You guys tell me how you feel about it. You guys tell me how you feel about it. Do you think it was fair? Do you think this is truly going to affect him? Do you feel bad for him? Like, put it down in the comments. Let's talk. Let's talk. And let's, again, y'all, I feel like this video kind of been a little bit heavy with the topics or whatever. And I just want us to be able to give our opinions, whether we agree or disagree, and to be mature enough to understand that people are not going to always agree with what you say. And it's okay if you have a difference of opinions. Just be respectful about it. Because, like I said, I already know that there's going to be people that's going to disagree with some of the things that I said about a couple of these situations, especially the Christian Keys. But that's okay, and you are entitled to that. What? Oh. And you are entitled to that, and it's welcome. You know what I'm saying? So say what you got to say, but let's all just be respectful of one another. We in the Christmas mood, okay? Girl, I'm sick as hell, but I still feel cheery a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not down and out. Still in a good mood for the most part. I'm just mad that on my days off, I got to be sick. That's fine. I'm going to be laid up in the bed anyways. It is what it is. But, what else? I think it's something else that I need to talk about. Let me get on here. First of all, Jeannie Mai and Jeezy, y'all. Jeannie Mai and Jeezy. I'm so uninterested in this whole situation. But I just find it funny how you get with somebody after you fetishize them. And you can kind of say that they could have been fetishizing each other, but we know damn sure that Jenny, out of her own mouth, she was fetishizing that man. She like, you know, her white man, and then she like her dark meat on the side. Like, remember what she said? Okay, I believe people. You know, you take them for their words, okay? You take them for what they say. That came out of her mouth. We're not making this up. But at the same time, you get with this man, this black man who's a rapper, who's known to have had beef, who's known to have been in the streets and all of this stuff, whatever. You say he's this, he say he's good and all this stuff, and you love him when y'all was married. Then when you get unmarried or you going through the process of going through a divorce, now it's all of a sudden you're not trying to keep his daughter away from him. It's just that you feel like he's dangerous because he keeps guns out and that's a dangerous environment or some shit like that. I'm sitting here like, oh. But what everybody been saying, you didn't feel that way when you was with him. So why you feel that way now? What's changed? The fact that he filed for divorce on your ass and you found out in the fucking public. You know, it's just so hard for me to feel sorry for either one of these, okay? I just really wanted to mention that real quick, and I ain't got nothing else to say about it. It is what it is. Moving on, Dr. Jackie. Girl. This ain't funny, but it is to me because I'm just funny. It's funny in the sense of I can't believe it. So, you know, you just laughing out of goddamn. You know what I'm saying? You laughing out of, bitch, I ain't see this shit coming, okay? Because when I tell you I didn't see it coming, I didn't see it coming. I did not realize so many people dislike Dr. Jackie. And if y'all don't know who I'm talking about, Dr. Jackie off of Married to Medicine, she's basically, if you've been a celebrity down there in Atlanta and you've been pregnant, 9 out of 10, Dr. Jackie could possibly have been your doctor, okay, your OBGYN. My whole thing is, wow. Now see, let me tell you something. I was so happy. Do you want to know what brought me to watch Married to Medicine? Dr. Jackie. When I found out about Married to Medicine coming on, the very first season, I was like, oh my God, that's Dr. Jackie. Because I knew about her from other things. I know that, you know, she was Toni Braxton's doctor. She was a whole bunch of other people, doctor that I followed and I was fans of. And I seen her on different things. And so I was like, okay, I'm well acquainted with her. And I was like, all right, you know, I know her, whatever. So I'm going to be watching and all that stuff. Let me get on Married to Medicine. And according to things that's been transpiring lately, y'all been eating her ass up, and not in a good way. Y'all been eating her ass up for the past week, okay? Married to Medicine had their episode on Sunday. On Sunday, on that episode, Dr. Jackie sat down and did a Zoom call with Kamala Harris, the VP. And talking about infant mortality amongst, you know, trying to lower the rates of infant mortality, especially amongst African-American women. Because, you know, how it is with us, we have with women, black women especially, we have a higher rate of death and stuff because during childbirth, because of the fact that these doctors don't take us serious. These doctors think that either we're putting on or we somewhat immune to pain or something like that. That's the old thinking. But I've seen some people think that way. And I'm just like, wow. They really thought that black folks, especially back in the day when they used to use black people as experiments, they used to think that, like, just because we was black and not white, we was immune to stuff or we were different. No, bitch. We the same. We the same, bitch. We feel pain just like y'all asses, okay? You know? And so it's unfortunate that we have a higher rate of all this, you know, infant mortality and death when black women having babies or whatever, because we're not being heard. We're being ignored. We've seen so many cases, even on a public, in the celebrity world. One of the biggest cases that I've seen from a celebrity was Serena Williams, you know. Serena, who has dealt with pulmonary embolisms and blood clots, you know. She got pregnant. I think she had blood clots or whatever in a pulmonary embolism prior to her pregnancy. And she got pregnant. And once she delivered her baby, she was telling them that she wasn't feeling right. They ignore her. And this is Serena fucking Williams. She had to strongly advocate for herself. She had to strongly advocate for herself. And I think her husband had to say something too, because they weren't listening to her. Mind you, her husband is a white man. They weren't listening to her. And sure enough, I think she had some clots or something like that. She wasn't feeling right. And she could have died if they would have not paid attention to her, if she wouldn't have advocated for herself. And you seen the report about, I think it was a news reporter, where her daughter passed away after giving birth for the same reason. She wasn't feeling well. She was losing blood. She was bleeding internally. And they did pay absolutely no attention to her. Black woman, you know? And that was so sad. And so you get all these cases, and then that's just high-profile cases. Let's not talk about the many hundreds and probably thousands of other cases from us regular everyday folks, okay? And so we've seen Dr. Jackie throughout Married to Medicine, if you watch, and she's had patients. She's that doctor that's going to be, she's the cast member that take her profession seriously, and she'll talk about the facts. She'll put out there the facts, and sometimes even because I review the show, and I would say myself, like, damn, Dr. Jackie, you could have said that, like, ease me into that. Don't just throw it at my face, okay? Like, you don't scare me like that. You know what I'm saying? That's bedside manner situation. But, y'all done dug up a whole video of her talking basically about, and this was during the pandemic, and she was up there with Dr. Heavenly, and this is when they had their little, I think they had like a little show that they did once a week or something like that. They come on YouTube or whatever, and they talk about stuff and all that. And this clip was about her basically saying that, you know, when black women get pregnant, you got to make sure that y'all not being dramatic and crying wolf and, you know, trying to get out and, you know, get your doctors to, you know, get you to stay home because you're pregnant or you're not feeling well or whatever because you're being dramatic and you're overly dramatic and all this stuff. It wasn't good. I'm paraphrasing. I'm probably mixing it up, but y'all get the gist of it. It's basically the same rhetoric that white doctors or other doctors that do not understand black people or who don't care about black people and their pain and their feelings would say and have been saying. And the issue with people and why they're getting on Dr. Jackie's ass is because you portrayed yourself as this doctor who cares about black women. And we seen you on the show doing as such. But then you get this, this little soundbite. And I know, shout out to Jay Lee. She tried to put up the, like an extended version of it so people can get the context and all that. It didn't make it no better. It didn't make it no better, girl. But shout out to you because she got her she got it on what is it? I think the Neighborhood Talk or whatever. I said, all right, Jay Lee, you better do your thing. But at the same time, it didn't make it no better. No, I thought it was gonna be like, say for instance, let's say if a doctor was to say that, you know, if a certain type of doctor was to say that, you know, black women can be so dramatic and that's why you want to call out for every pain and this and that or whatever. Because I said, no, that ain't even what it was. This is what she was saying about black women. I said, God damn. Okay. And so, you know, you got that going on. And of course, the backlash ensues. And then everybody just going through just saying, oh my God, I can't stand her. She's always been a mean girl. And she's this, she's that. You know, and I feel like I don't want to put myself in that position, but maybe a week or so, or probably the week prior to this, I had posted a... Okay. If you watch Married to Medicine, and if you've been following this whole thing, y'all know exactly what I'm about to say. The clip I'm talking about. The season where Buffy was on there, and Buffy had revealed, well, Dr. Jackie revealed to us that Buffy was infertile. And Dr. Jackie said that shit in front of everybody at that party. And she was like, Buffy, you know, you're infertile. That was fucked up. Okay? I'm laughing about it now because, again, each and every time I see it, I just can't believe that she said that. And I'm one of the ones, as I said before, I like Dr. Jackie, okay? And I get that she's an older woman because y'all do realize that she's 60 or something like that. But that's still no excuse, okay? And I can still like somebody and they fuck up, but at the same time, I'm going to hold you to the fire. Dr. Jackie, you and people were trying to make excuses for her then, and I didn't understand it, especially in that situation. That was a clear case of she was wrong. And even when she did that about, I apologize, it is what it is, done. I said, God damn, bitch. How you gonna get mad that she mad that you said that and all of that or whatever? And people like HIPAA violation. That was not a HIPAA violation, okay? That wasn't a HIPAA violation. Buffy, Dr. Jackie was not Buffy's doctor. Buffy told Jackie that shit in privacy though, okay? She didn't say put my information out there to the world. I wanted to put my information out there. Not you, but she did that in front of everybody at that party, right? And then go get mad because the girl was mad at her for putting her information out there like that. And Buffy been on their ass ever since. You know, it is understandable. But at the same time, Dr. Jackie was dead ass wrong in that situation. And I had literally put up a quote. I literally just said, Buffy, you know. And that's it. I said ... And then I put it was a picture of Dr. Jackie holding the mic saying it. And that got so many freaking retweets and everything. And it got a conversation started to talk about how Dr. Jackie was a mean girl. And I said, I'm thinking to myself, like, did I help pop this off? I'm sorry. I'm thinking about it because it had got so many likes and retweets, and that wasn't even, I wasn't expecting that, but that's something that just be bouncing in my head because it randomly pops up in my head because I still can't believe that she said that shit. Because, like, even after all these years, I would just be like, damn, that bitch really did that. But people was like, yeah, she been a mean girl, she this, she that, or whatever. And I'm just like, oh, okay. You know, it is what it is. People are entitled to their feelings. Okay, people can perceive things differently, and I've seen some things, you know, that needed to be called out or whatever. But then when it comes to this is a legitimate reason to feel some type of way, because it's wrong. People go to black doctors because they feel like, I can be safe with you because you just like me. And then to hear you say basically we being dramatic or whatever, and then not only that, you got patients coming out that used to have her as doctors, and they're telling their stories. Baby, this is how you gotta. This is why I just gotta stop liking folks. I'm not saying that I dislike Dr. Jackie right now. I'm just disappointed. But at the same time, it's just like you can't put your all into people these days, okay? Because it don't matter if it's a celebrity. It don't, cause I don't consider her a celebrity. I just know that she a doctor to most of the celebrities down in Atlanta, but I don't consider her a celebrity. But you can't put your hope and faith in a lot of people, whether it's celebrities, big people, regular people, whatever, because they will find a way to disappoint you, especially if you don't know their background. Baby, I did not know that people was putting negative stuff and saying that, you know, the bedside manners. I can see that. Because like I said earlier, like, damn, because you ease us into it. Don't just throw it in my face like that. She could work on that. People have put, you know, not so good reviews about her on certain things. So I was just like, damn, you know, like they present themselves one way and then you find out it's a different way. And I'm not even going to say that she's a bad doctor. I just feel like that just wasn't the move to make. And I know you probably feel that way, and I'm pretty sure it's probably other black doctors that feel the same way. But they know now not to put that out there. I'm telling you, sometimes you could think and feel certain things, you just don't have to put that to the public. Okay, you don't have to put that to the public, you know, because the tide's going to turn. I never thought that the tide was going to turn on Dr. Jackie the way that they have. Like I said, Dr. Heavenly, of course. Of course. All right, but Dr. Jackie, girl, no, okay? But ain't no defending this. It's no defending this. You can like who you like, but at the end of the day, there is no defending this. This is wrong. And she made it even worse, if you ask me, because she kind of gave a half-ass apology that was just like when she did Buffy. Okay? She literally said, where is it? Recently, a clip from nearly a 2-hour video was taken out of context to make it appear that I somehow take lightly what I have advocated for concerning the devastating problem facing the black maternal health crisis. It has been my life's work to highlight and attempt to rectify the issues that devastatingly impact black maternal mothers versus our counterparts. As a physician, I educate my patients every day to their own best health advocate, to be their own best health advocate. As we continue to face medical mistreatment and gaslighting, my intentions with the broader conversation was to ensure patients enter their pregnancy armed with information and tools to effectively communicate their needs with their doctors to ensure a positive outcome. The reason I became an OBGYN is because growing up I saw such lack of diversity amongst medical professionals and was determined to be part of the change. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, I will continue to fight for the lives of black mothers and babes. Dr. Jacqueline Walters. Baby, that may be true, but that clip did not say that. And again, you did not apologize for saying it. Girl, Dr. Jackie said, let me just tell y'all this. That shit was taken out of context from a 2-hour video, okay? A 2-hour video. Y'all decided to take that one little clip and knowing damn well I'm on here talking about black mothers, and that's when I made my career about, you know, fighting for us or whatever. But girl, okay, we get that, but can you just acknowledge that some people were hurt by that statement that you put out there? Take accountability for that part and just say, I apologize that it came off the way that it did. That's not what I meant. Some people just need to hear those words, I apologize. I don't know how this is going to affect her. It's not looking good because she has trended way more than half the people on Married to Medicine has ever trended. Like, wow. We was just talking about Quad and people didn't forget about her, and they've been on Jackie's ass for the past week. Okay? This whole freaking week. It is Friday. Married to Medicine went off on Sunday at 9 o'clock. Okay? My time. They've been on her ass since then. Girlfriend. And she's still trending on Twitter now. I said, wow. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't come back next season. But I wouldn't be surprised if she does so that she can face the heat. Because that's exactly what she did when her husband was caught cheating. She did come back and she faced it. But you know, sometimes it is what it is. Like people put their foot in their mouth. And you have to stand in it. And you have to go through the fire with it. That's just how it goes. This is her turn. But y'all tell me how y'all felt about that. And the only reason why I'm talking about it on here is because we ain't getting Married to Medicine for another 2 weeks. So there's that. And the last thing I think I want to talk about, the whole Tamar and LaTroy situation. Girl, I thought we weren't going to have to talk about her no more. But, and shout out to Byron Allen. He's a black media mogul. You know who he is. He said, baby, I'm still finna try to buy BET. Now, see, I put a bid in for $2.7 billion. I'm finna put a bid in for $3.5 billion because I'm trying to get it back into black hands. And he called them people out talking about some, y'all trying to undercut shit and trying to sell it off to people that ain't black and that ain't got good intentions for. But, you know, I hope he gets it. And if he does get it, I hope we get better programming. Because I'm one of the ones that still watch BET. I still watch BET. I still watch it. I'm still subscribed to BET Plus, like I actually pay for it. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know I don't like paying for stuff. So yes, you know, I really hope that happened. But also Rudy Giuliani, pay it up, bitch. Pay it up, bitch. I'm so glad, and I hope that them women, what's their name? Wandrea and her mama Ruby. I really hope that they see some of that money. The judge basically awarded them $148 million after he accused them of basically, you know, messing with the ballots, the absentee ballots down in Georgia or whatever. He was lying on them. He was lying on them the whole time. They sued. They won. And he got to pay them $148 million. Bankrupt that motherfucker because now he about to file for bankruptcy because he ain't got the money to pay all that shit. Nigga about to die anyway. Oh, shit. He look like he's on death's doors. I'm just going to tell you that. With all the stress that he probably under now, because, you know, Trump ain't even on his side. Trump couldn't give him a lawyer, okay? I think he got caught up in the RICO stuff that swept up all of him. And he got to pay for that. Now you got to pay for this. Oh, he's stressed out. So I wouldn't be surprised if the next time we hear something about him, it'll be that, you know, he ain't here no more. Listen, you reap what you sow. Anyway, Tamar and LaTroy. I just feel like on the one hand, I have a soft spot still for Tamar. Let's be clear about that. And I feel like it's kind of messed up that she went out on this whole thing. Oh, I gave y'all a good length video. I didn't even think I was going to be able to do it. She went out with good intentions probably for herself to do this Love and War tour for her fans, for herself, or whatever. And never expected that all of this drama would ensue with it. Granted, some of it was stuff that she caused. But also, she played a role in. Meaning, bringing Chrisean on, that would never make sense to me. And that's where all the issues started, right then and there. Because that's how LaTroy got into it. Because he spoke up before anybody else could. And that's why they were pissed off at him, from what I'm gathering. And he wound up getting fired from them, and they're no longer cool. Because he spoke up about the alleged assault that happened with James and Chrisean. My whole thing is, I think that's messed up. That you would fire him because he spoke out about an assault that happened. And it really did feel like that y'all probably was never going to speak out about it at all because you probably was scared of the girl. I don't know. Or you didn't want the drama that's going to ensue, that has ensued, to come to you. I don't know. Do I feel like LaTroy jumped the gun? Yes, I would have rather James said something, but James has yet to really say anything. And I know he went on live about stuff or whatever a while ago, but I'm kind of looking at that whole situation funny these days. But hey, it is what it is. That's old and done. We seen the fallout from that. We seen all that stuff. But then you get him on Twitter and he's just going off about Tamar posting a video that I guess he used his people to edit and to put together, and you didn't pay me for it and all of this stuff, and I told you to take it down, and I'm like, what? I tried to talk to you in private and all of this stuff. And on the one hand, when I saw all of this go down, I did say, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because you're dealing with two people that are very much the same. They are attention seekers. But in this situation, I'm not going to get mad at Tamar because Tamar hasn't even addressed it. And at this point, it looks like LaTroy is looking for attention. And I'm going to tell you something about that. Do I agree, again, with them firing him or whatever because he spoke out? No, if that really is the reason why he got fired. No. You said that you really wasn't hired by them. You was just an independent contractor. Okay, fine. Whichever way you want to float your boat or make yourself feel better. That's up to you. But my whole thing is, I had him blocked for a while. Until all this mess happened, I unblocked him so I could see what was going on. I ain't gonna lie. Well, my friend had hit me up and was like, girl, go to his Twitter and look at all the stuff that he's saying. I had went to it and I was like, oh, I blocked him. So I unblocked him just to see what was going on. And I was just like, oh, so they fell out. Oh, okay. But I didn't feel anything for him. It's hard to feel something for somebody who participated in a lot of the messed up things that another person that they're going against did. And he was that type of person, right? I've seen him attack people on behalf of her, whether she told them. 9 out of 10, she didn't tell him to do it. He just did it. You know what I'm saying? I've experienced a couple of those attacks after we fell out for him saying some things. And that's the reason why I blocked him. But prior to that, even when he was on Braxton Family Values, that's when we first saw him. I seen how he worked, and he just gives groupie tease. He gives groupie tease. I'm sorry. He gives a groupie or a fan that became an employee some way, somehow, and got into the inner circle. That's just what it is. That's what he's been downgraded to at this point. He's always gave me goofy, okay? Something about him just does not give me stable, okay? But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and be like, some of the stuff that he said about that girl is not true, because it is. But at the same time, I don't agree with you putting that shit out there like that. Me and Tamar had our thing, and I've said that, yeah, we had a falling out. You know, she blocked me during that whole situation with Candy or whatever. But within our situation, I have never put out anything that we actually talked about that would have been salacious, that would have made her look extra bad or whatever. I am not one of those people, okay? I do not like it when people are friends with somebody or in association with somebody, and when they are no longer friends or whatever with them, all of a sudden you want to put all their dirt out there. And it's like you've been waiting for a moment to do that. That's what it make it look like. It looks sneaky as hell. You look like you was never really there to be there as a friend. You're just looking for a moment. That's some fake ass shit. And I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. And I really hope that he understands that it's not really making him look good. Granted, again, some of the things, yes, I agree with that he said, but it's the way that he going about it. It's the way that he going about it. Take your L and just go. Take your L and just go. And if somebody is doing you wrong and not giving you money or whatever that you are allegedly old, sue their ass. Okay? Cease and desist. That video, what is it? How much did that really cost? I could have did that for free on iMovie. Like, what? How much did it cost? Like, come on. Is it really that deep? It really just feel like he got his feelings hurt. And from what my friend told me, they had fell out before. I said, oh, girl, I ain't know that. Yeah, they had fell out before, and he just not getting back with her. And now y'all done. I feel like they done now. Okay? And, you know, it is what it is. Like, I just don't agree with that whole, soon as I fall out with my friend, I'm finna put all that shit out there on the internet or whatever, especially if they're a celebrity. It ain't even gotta be a celebrity. I just don't feel like that with anybody. None of the people that I have been friends with and we have fallen out have I ever aired their shit out. It don't matter if y'all know them or not. I would never do that shit. Because I'm not a fake bitch. Because that'll tell me, regardless of the fact that I can cut you off and not give a damn, if I'm done with you, I'm done with you. I'm not finna be tweeting about you. I'm not finna be trying to air you out or whatever just because I'm hurt and all that stuff. I'm gonna take my hurt and I'm gonna go. Okay? That's just how it is. But I don't know. And somebody I know was friends with him. I feel like you need to just go ahead and sit your boy down and tell him to get some help or something. I don't know. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about that situation. My goodness, I gave y'all almost an 1.5-hour video, and I really did not think that I could do that this time. Oh my God, you guys, I be surprising myself. That goes to show that I actually really like y'all. I love y'all for real. You know, and my throat hurts so bad right about now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get off of here. And why is everybody doing all this on my stuff? I ain't never had this much interaction on Threads. Anyway, y'all enjoy. For those that don't see me for the rest of the week, I am going to do Power. I am finna catch up on a couple other things. My regular videos that comes out, they're gonna be on time, hopefully. But they'll be out before Christmas. But if I don't see you before Christmas, have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Ooh, I still got it a little bit. Oh, up and away. Now let me get off of here. Y'all enjoy yourself, okay? Be merry, all right? Peace.